Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's so good to be with you this morning. At least it's morning here. I forget that I have friends all around the world and they're in every type of season and time of day other than mine. So please forgive me, but I'm stuck in my morning. But I'm enjoying my morning, and I'm working on the self-care book. And I'm just excited about today's page. You can see that I have put some little sheer fabric back here. All right, and I sewed it on. Just little bits of it peek out, but it has little bits of shiny stuff. Then I used one of my junk journal kit elements, the watch, the time, and I sewed it on with the sequins. And now my thought for this page is this: time moves. Think about that for just a minute. Time moves. Time moves. If that's true, then our lives are always moving forward, whether we're engaged or not. And if we don't engage, we can wake up one morning and realize that months, years of our life have gone by and we didn't really live them because we weren't engaged as time moved. We want to own our own lives. We don't want someone else to own them, some circumstance to own them. We want to own our own lives. All of our lives are different. Some of our lives are very difficult. Circumstances are pressing. Some of us are in crisis. Some of us are just happy and stress-free right now. All of us are different. But whatever situation we're in, we need to own our lives because time moves. And we don't want to miss a moment of our own life. Now, how do we do that? Well, let me start sewing here while I talk. I'm going to tuck that right under that little sequin. Yeah, there we go. All right, I think that'll work. I'm going to sew that in. But you know what? I got to unpin it from the back first. Not ready to sew it to the cover yet. I think I had pinned it all down to see how everything was placing, but I need to get it up so that I can sew it so my stitches don't come through on my front side. Where is this? Okay, we got it now. Now we do it. How do we own our own lives? How would you say if someone asked you that question? How do you own your own life? When in reality, there are a lot of things that happen that we have no control over and that do affect our life. So there's a lot of things, for instance, economic downturns. You can't control those, and they can make your life miserable. Upheaval, war, unrest, hatred, strife, terrorism, cultural problems, just on, prejudice. These all affect our lives. So how can we say we own our life? The way I own my life is I decide how I feel about it. I decide what emotions, what attitude, what goals I'm going to have at any one time in my life. I own my life. If it's difficult, I still own it. I can still make adjustments. I can still decide how I'm going to feel every day. I can still decide to be positive-minded, to find something to be happy about that day, because that day is going to move on. That time is going to move. And I'm going to lose that time if I don't own it. One thing that I learned many, many, many years ago was that it's so easy to let circumstance or other people own your life. Let's say circumstances or economics are really bad. There's no money for nothing hardly. It's just scraping by. You can't do any of the things that you want to do for pleasure because there's just no money for it. You stress just to put a meal on the table. How do you own that? Well, are you vertical? Are you upright? Are you moving? That's a lot different than being horizontal, immovable, paralyzed, or dead. So if you're vertical and moving, you can own your life. You can dive into ways to stretch your money beyond your imagination. You can dive into ways that you might earn a little extra income. Things you can do, things you can control. You might dive into how you might help someone else who's suffering in the same situation. Do you have something you can share? Then share it. Own your life. How are you going to attack it today? Own that plan. Make it yours. And do it. You know, there was a saying that I often heard, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. That is so true. Good intentions not carried out don't accomplish anything. We make no progress. We don't add to our lives. We don't own our lives. We're just on a downhill spiral. Owning your life is determining what you're going to feel today. There's no better feeling than love, joy, and peace. Sometimes you can't get them all at once. Sometimes you just got to get one or part of one. But you can own it. You can work at making it happen. When I got up this morning, I got up after a bad night, and everything hurt. It was earlier than normal, and I thought, how am I going to own this day? Well, the sun was breaking, dawn, and I thought, I'm first going to appreciate the dawn, the breaking of day, that I have another day, that I have more choices. I am still vertical and moving, even though that's not too good. I'm doing it. I'm going to own this day. So I did. I got up, made my way out to my stitching porch where I have all the windows, and I sat and watched the dawn come up. And my heart just swelled with gratitude because I knew who to thank for that beautiful, beautiful morning's color, that light, that positiveness of another day. So gratitude swelled my heart, and I own this day. Time's going to move. Make sure that you move with it. Don't lose it. Not a moment of it. If you have to get through some bad times to get to some good times, don't we all? Isn't that doable for everyone? I believe so. Let's do it. Let's move through the bad times to get to the good times. And then let's leave those bad times behind. Let's don't carry them with us. Let's don't bring them forward like extra luggage. You know, that'll get pretty heavy after a while. Okay. So I just love this thought, and I love that I'm putting it in my book. And I'm going to make sure that I live by it. And I hope that this thought will help you today, and that you'll decide to own your life today, own your time. I love my page. And now I can sew my little first page, or inside cover really is what it is, to the cover page. Let's get this knot done. I love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's get this all laid out again. Let's see. Where was my... There it is. I want it this way. Okay, now remember, perfectly imperfect is how I work. Raggedy edges is okay with me. I love them, in fact. If I don't have them, I try to make them. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? And when I fold it up, it's a good fold. So now I can put this back, my pins back, where I can secure it so I can sew it in. Okay. I will be sewing around all the perimeters, and I will probably be making a center one here, and I may do some inside stitching. We'll just have to see how all that works, what I want to show and what I don't. Get it all. I love the sound of the paper. Crinkle, crinkle. Okay. Now I am going to sew with a light yellow. Just sew what comes through on this outside. It's kind of blending a little bit. Okay. So we'll get us some thread off of here. And we gotta get 2 strands out of here. The heart of today and time moves. Great thoughts. What do you think will be our next one? Well, I've got it all picked out. I don't know what my design element is yet, but I know what my thought is for the next section. Let's get that thread out of our way. Since this will complete the cover, the outside and inside, next I will be making a signature inside. I think one signature is what I will put in here, which will give me 4 single-sided pages. So we'll be working on 4 more thought designs for this little book. Okay, how are we going to do this? We're just going to do it. I'm going to do it close to the edge, and that helps. And I'm going to leave my little knot showing. That'll help the fraying. It can fray, but it can't fray undone. Now what happened? Don't get persnickety on me here. Okay. What? I'm going to make these a little tighter stitches because they are holding the pages together. Just want it to be a little stronger. Not great big stitches. There they go. Can you see them? Okay, I'm going to be stitching this off camera now. Like I said, I don't want to bore you to death. You can see what I'm doing here. And I will be stitching this together. And then my next video will be starting on the signature with a whole new thought. But meantime, concentrate on the heart of today and own your time. Don't let it leave you behind. Until next time, let's stay scrap happy.